Good day guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel again. So for today's video, I will be tackling about the Module 2, Lesson 2, Audio-Visual Media. We have Table of Contents. So inside the Table of Contents, we have the introduction, definition of concepts, function of audiovisual material, types of audiovisual materials, guidelines for audiovisual material in learning and teaching, the uses of audiovisual material, advantages of audiovisual material in teaching, disadvantages of audio-visual material in teaching, ways to use audio and support learning, ways to use video and support learning, 3 steps in producing audiovisual materials. Introduction. Audio-visual materials are the most complete resources for teachers due to their availability and versatility. It enhances the learning experiences of students and teachers alike. Next is definition of concepts. We have audio material. These are materials on which sounds are stored. Second is audio-visual material. It possessing both as sound and visual components. So this audio-visual material, it helps the teacher to present the lesson effectively and students learn and retain the concepts better and for longer duration. So using audiovisual material, it improves the students' critical and analytical thinking. Next is we have audio. Audio is any sound or noise capable of hearing. Next is video. This is a recording of moving visual images made by or made digitally. So this gives us a competitive edge over the business that don't use videos to their advantage. So it is an easy way to lend more credibility to the business and cause consumers to take notice of the business. So in this, customers like it because it is easy to digest, entertaining and engaging, and marketers like it also because it can give them a potential huge of return on investment through many channels. So this is very accessible to anyone with internet access. It both can be watched and to produce. Next is functions of audiovisual material. We have reduced verbalism. So in reduced verbalism, audiovisual materials supply a complete basis for conceptual thinking. So this gives rise to meaningful association. Next is we have make learning permanently. So the quality of the learning experience profoundly influences the performances. Next is had interest and involvement. So interest is so much a part of audiovisual materials, and attention is a true factor in any process of teaching and learning. Next is stimulates self-activities. Audiovisual materials stimulate encouragement in presenting crime of the local community, which improves recreational facilities. Next is direct pent-up interest. So, in today's new communication media can make a truly enormous impact upon viewers learners, and listeners. Develop continuity of thoughts. It is fostered when verbal instructions are coupled with visual and auditory explanation. Next is develop a meaningful vocabulary. So, the contemporary development of audiovisual materials introduces large and specialized vocabulary. Next is enlarge the range of possible experiences. Audiovisual material can enable us to cut through the physical limits of time and space in a unique manner. Next is teach efficiently. Efficiency in teaching means that economy of time or energy and increased vividness. It helps teacher to teach the students in a very meaningful and smooth way. So as a result of this, students of their respective teachers can learn a topic or a lecture clearly. Next is add highly useful variety. Best motivation, wherein audiovisual materials are the best motivators to students that learn with more interest and real. They become more, our students can become more attentive. Next is we have clear images, of course, because these were formed when we see, smell, and test. Lastly, we have encouragement to how the classroom interacts, wherein the use of audiovisual materials in classroom can encourage both the students and teachers to interact with each other more effectively. Next is types of audiovisual material. First is we have audio. Audio could be phone or recordings and a radio broadcast. Recordings is a recorded broadcast or performance. Second, radio broadcast. This is a transmission of audio intended to reach a wide audience. Next is visual media. This can be a form of bulletin boards and posters. Bulletin boards can provide information and serve multiple purposes. So posters, a form of displaying information using texts and pictures. Next is audiovisual media. This can be a form of motion picture videos and film, wherein motion picture videos produces content mixed with motion images, while films is a visual art form used to simulate experiences. Next, we have guidelines for audiovisual materials in learning and teaching. We have images should be as small as possible. You need to provide alternative content. Check the copyright. Use MP4 format is size of 640 by 400 and a speed of 500 kbps. Make available transcripts for audio and video files. Lastly is save audio files in mono format. Next is uses of audiovisual material. We have make the students to remember the concept for a longer period of time. So second is we have provides opportunities for effective communication. This can be between the teacher and students in learning. Third is we have maintains discipline in the class since all the students' attention were focused in learning. Next is functions of audiovisual materials. First, it can get the attention of the participants. Second is it is easy to follow. Third is participants feel more engaged. Fourth is it is easier to explain that put things in perspective. Fifth is easier to remember. Sixth, it helps keep mistakes at a minimum. Next is we have disadvantages of using audiovisual materials in teaching. First is the all concepts may not be learned effectively, of course. Second, it is easier to lose focus. Third, less attention of audio than graphics. Fourth, it requires correct use of presentation. Next is ways to use audio to support learning. First is brainstorming. The audio recording can speed up the brainstorming process. Second is refining voice. So the audio recording can help students listen for the tone in voice that can be tough for students to recognize and let alone control it. Next is we have practice and revision. So practice and revisions, this check for errors, confusion. When students play back the recording, they have new tool for encountering their checks and finding places to revise. Fourth is we have self-assessment. So when students are self-assessing or reflecting on their writing offers a space free of red pen marks, in audio recording, the students can back up, self-correct, and restate as they think. So, for teachers, audio recording and logistics are simple and easy to adapt. Audio recording keeps students accountable for their work, but it is also easy for teachers to listen in without the constraints that normally accompany speech. Next is we have ways to use video to support learning. First is ways to use video to support learning. We have be selective. So in be selective, you need to pick the most dynamic and telling parts of the film, then use segments or documentary to show students. You should be clear on your purpose, which will help the students determine what to show and how to frame it for your specified students. Next is provide a mission. So you need to provide a mission before playing the video and set the goal for what students are about to watch that will keep them accountable and attentive. Third is pause to ponder and write. Of course, you need to give the students some time to reflect by pausing the clip. You need to avoid students do a task like writing notes or answering questions while they watch. Pausing every few minutes allows students time to process what they are viewing, which is especially valuable if it is an information-packed video or even if you can teach an early elementary grade. Lastly, we have to turn on closed captioning. Here, the students can read along as they watch. For content-packed video clips, consider including the transcripts as a handout or digital copy, especially of the students that are going to be required to apply the information they learned from the video. 3 steps in producing audio visuals. First is planning. It requires a purpose in accomplishing goals. So here, this can be thought of as determining all the small tasks that must be carried out in order to accomplish your specific goal. You have a production. So production involves in making a movie, play, or first, it can get the attention of the participants. Second is it is easy to follow. Third is participants feel more engaged. It programs to create, edit, and publish. First is to create. We have Audacity, which is used for creating and editing podcasts. Second is GarageBand, used to create music for podcasts. Third is we have Windows Media, which uses to record and edit video and allows them to use and play music and videos of a song. Second is to edit. We have Windows Movie Maker. It is a video editing program. Second is we have Virtual DJ, which allows anyone to start mixing audio. Third is we have a QuickTime Pro, a video editing software, which is capable of handling various formats of digital video or pictures, sound, panoramic images, and interactivity. Lastly is we have to publish. So in to publish, we need to use the web, accessing to YouTube, Vimeo, or SlideShare. This is very common in doing videos for everyone to know what you are trying to portray in a certain video. Something for the video. Thanks for watching.